Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna everyone, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Wonderful Sunday feast program, and as all of us know, today is also a part of special days which ends today actually. So we'll talk more about it. So we'll do a little more kirtan for the pleasure of the Lord, and then we'll proceed with today's discussion. The topic would be the lessons from the last days of Bhismadeva. Very big topic and very, very sweet topic. So just to remind us ourselves, we are still in the Kartik month today. Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So once again welcome to today's Sunday feast program. Also a special program because we are on the last day of Bhishma Panchaka. Right? So today is the last day of Bhishma Panchaka. So the topic for today is the lessons from the passing, the last days of Bhismadeva. So last day of Bhishma Panchaka as well as last day of Kartik, Damodar month. So very potent, very powerful month, as we all have been hearing since the beginning of the month, and very special, very potent to advance in Krishna consciousness in devotion. So the idea is that the month will be over today, but whatever excitement, enthusiasm we had throughout the month, hopefully we can continue the same momentum. So whatever special vows we have taken, at least we should be better than what we were before the month, right? At least in some percentage. And these last 5 days, which are ending today, are also known as Bhishma Panchak days, also Vishnu Panchak. Both the names are there for this. And it is mentioned that in these last 5 days, Bhishma Pitama, Bhismadeva, he fasted for all the 5 days and prepared for his departure from this material world. And everyone has heard about Bhismadeva here, right? Everyone knows Bhismadeva? Good. So, and as we will hear more about Bhismadeva, he taught us how to leave this, L-E-A-V-E, how to leave this material world. He was completely absorbed when he was leaving his body in Krishna consciousness. Remembering all the activities of Krishna, all the pastimes of Krishna, his beautiful shlokas, verses are there in Srimad Bhagavatam. So we will try to get some lessons from his passing away and see in the next 40-45 minutes how much we can cover. So we'll start with the Srimad Bhagavatam prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we'll read this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 9 and Text 1. Sutta Uvacha Iti Bhitaha Prajadrohat Sarvadharma Vivitsaya Tato Vinashanam Pragad Yatra Deva Vrato Apatat. All of you can recite, whoever would like to recite. Sutta Uvacha Iti Bhitaha Prajadrohat Sarvadharma Vivitsaya Tato Vinashanam Pragad Yatra Deva Vrato Patat. Sutta Uvacha Iti Bhita Prajadrohat Sarvadharma Vivitsaya Tato Vinashanam Pragad Yatra Deva Vrato Patat. Mataji. Sutta Uvacha Iti Bhitaha Prajadrohat Sarvadharma Vivitsaya Tato Vinashanam Pragad Yatra Deva Vrato Apatat. Okay, synonyms, word to word meanings. Sutta Uvacha, Srila Sutta Goswami said, Iti, thus, Bhitaha, being afraid of, Praja Drohat, because of killing the subjects, serve, all, Dharma, acts of religion, Vivitsaya, for understanding, Tataha, thereafter, Vinashanam, the place where the fight was held, Pragat, he went, Yatra, where, Dev Vrataha, Bhishmadeva, Apatat, lay down for passing away. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Sutta Goswami said, being afraid for having killed so many subjects on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Maharaj Yudhishthir went to the scene of the massacre. There, Bhishmadeva was lying on a bed of arrows, about to pass away. Purport. In this 9th chapter, as it is willed by Lord Shri Krishna, Bhishmadeva will impart instructions to King Yudhishthir on the subject of occupational duties. Bhishmadeva will also offer his last prayer to the Lord on the verge of passing away from this mortal world and thus become liberated from the bondage of further material engagements. Bhismadeva was endowed with the power of leaving his material body at will, and his lying down on the bed of arrows was his own choice. This passing away of the great warrior attracted the attention of all the contemporary elites, and all of them assembled there to show their feelings of love, respect, and affection for the great soul. So, whoever has read this Canto 1 or are reading Canto 1, very, very special section where we see lot of these advanced devotees, they are leaving. Pandavas are leaving in this chapter. And we see Krishna also left, Bhismadeva is also leaving, Mother Draupadi, Mother Kunti, they are all leaving. Even Dhritarashtra, his story of how he left is also mentioned in this canto. So, if we think about it, these great scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam, Mahabharata, Ramayana, they teach us lot of great lessons. It is, or Acharya says, Ramayana teaches us how to lead our life. And Mahabharata teaches us how to live our life. So many instructions based on our everyday circumstances can be learned from Mahabharata. Ethical, all of us have an ethical dilemma every day. How to make decisions, right decisions. So those can be learned from Mahabharata. And Srimad Bhagavatam, especially, billions of teachings are there in Srimad Bhagavatam. But very, very important section of those teachings is how to leave this material body, this material world. So usually when we ask to ordinary people, what are 2 important days in their life? What comes to our mind? 2 most important days in our life. Birth, right? Birthday, happy birthday, right? Second? That is for devotees. For ordinary people who are intellectuals, some intelligence, they will say the second most important day other than the birthday is when I realize why I am in this world, right? But as a devotee, as a spiritualist, we all know the birth is of no importance to us. 2 most important days are when we realize why we are here, and second, the day of the death. Because that last moment in that day, it decides our next journey. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Antakale cha mam eva smaranam muktava kalevaram. Whatever one thinks in the last moment of, or whatever is in his consciousness, just not think. What is in the consciousness, what is our bhav? It is more deeper than just the thought, right? What we are really feeling. That decides our next journey. Next birth we can say, in the loose terms, but next journey. That's why, what are we taught? To keep doing all the time, as much as possible, chant Hare Krishna. The more and more we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, the more and more our consciousness will be ready for that last moment. That's the science of Krishna consciousness. So we need to learn the art of this leaving this world. That is most important art. All of us, or most of people, they are busy in learning the art to live in this life. How can they be a better person? That's important, no doubt. But even more important is how to leave this world. And the dilemma is nobody in this world knows how to die. Most of them, of course, as devotees or sadhakas, we are trying to learn that. And on top of that, they don't know how to die or leave this world. They will avoid this question also. Nobody wants to talk about it. They're happy and go lucky, right? In their own world. But Srila Prabhupada, if we see, in the last moment of his pastimes in this world, he actually asked devotees, take the video of my last moment. He said that, right? He said the world should know how to leave this world. That's why we see they are very uncomfortable videos for us as devotees who love Srila Prabhupada, but he wanted to show to the world how to leave this world. And similarly, if we think about Sri Bhishmadeva's condition and situation, which what was the condition of Bhishmadev? He was lying on the bed of arrows, right? On the 9th day or 10th day, I think 9th day of the Mahabharata. Whatever, I don't want to go into the story, but by the power of Arjuna's arrows and Krishna's arrangement, he was made to lie on the bed of arrows. It is very similar to what Srila Prabhupada also displayed in his last time, right? On the bed in Vrindavan Dham, in Shri Krishna Balaram temple, he was quite active in his consciousness. He was dictating, he was teaching, he was giving instructions to his disciples till last breath. Similarly, we'll see Sri Bhishmadev on similar condition. So these are great devotees who teaches us how to display our final days. So they were. So if we think about the condition of Bhishmadev, it is said that he had so many arrows in his body that even you can't insert one finger between those arrows. So how much pain he would have been in. Every few seconds he was getting unconscious. That was the condition of Bhishmadev. But he had the boon of dying at will. So he was waiting for the right time. And we'll see what was that right time. And Srila Prabhupada mentions in one of the purport in this chapter, beautiful chapter, that Krishna wanted to prove that his pure devotees are always sound in their mind and consciousness, no matter what the condition is. So the background, the context is Bhishmadev is passing away, and Yudhishthira Maharaj has come to see him. What happened after the war of Mahabharata, when Pandavas won the battle, and so much destruction happened in that war, Yudhishthira Maharaj was very distressed. He was blaming himself for the war, that because I had to get on the throne, because that's the humility of great persons, right? They always blame themselves rather than others for their condition, right? So, and he was just not feeling distressed about the killing of humans, soldiers, great soldiers also, but also for animals, horses, elephants, so many living entities died, right? So that was his consciousness at that time. And everyone around him, his brothers, Pandavas, his spiritual masters, they were trying to convince him or pacify him. Nothing was helping out. Even Krishna tried to. Think about, even Krishna couldn't convince him. And the same Krishna who convinced Arjuna, or who transformed Arjuna in the Mahabharata war, right? So that was the pastime of Krishna, that he wanted to glorify someone else who could pacify Bhishmadev. Yudhishthira Maharaj, right? So the Bhishmadev is passing away. Yudhishthira Maharaj will come to see him. Now, talking about Bhishmadev, we all know he took great vows, right? Always he is known as Bhishma Pratigya. He took vows, great vows in his life, right? And always, at the same time, he was always engaged in his daily occupational duties, which were very big responsibilities. If you think about, he was supporting, he was helping to maintain the planet of this earth. He took a vow, he will always protect the kingdom of Hastinapur. And Hastinapur was the center of the whole planet, Bharatvarsh, at that time. So he took a vow that he will always protect who will sit on that throne. So he was getting into a lot of political activities, economical, social activities. Still, in spite of his busyness with all these activities, he always maintained his paro dharma. So we all have our occupational duties, right? And we have to maintain our family, we have to maintain ourselves, we go to work or business, whatever. But at the same time, just like Bhishma Pitama, we have to always remember what is our parodharma, dharma and parodharma. What is our parodharma? That we are part and parcel, we are servant of Supreme Lord, Shri Krishna, to serve Him, to serve His mission, to assist in His mission, that is parodharma. So Bhismadeva always remembered that, in spite of all his busyness. And that's why he was able to concentrate on Krishna, the Supreme Lord, during end time. It's not possible that we do whatever we want in our life and then we try to concentrate or focus on Krishna. That's not possible in the end time. It is a practice for the whole lifetime. That is one of the greatest lessons we get from Bhishmadeva's life. Just like Mother Yashoda, like we heard so much about Mother Yashoda in the Damodar month, her only center was Krishna. Even if she was churning the butter, she was thinking about Krishna, for Krishna, right? Whatever household activities she was doing, she was always singing and glorifying Krishna's names, his activities, right? Similarly, we must practice remembering Krishna while we are performing our duties in this material world. That is a very foundational lesson of Krishna consciousness. And Sri Bhishmadev is also known as Mahajan in Srimad Bhagavatam. 12 Mahajans are mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. One of them is Sri Bhishmadev. Now who is Mahajan? Mahajan are great devotees. On their footsteps we are supposed to follow our devotional life. We are supposed to follow their path, right? And they are the great devotees who have unflinching faith. No matter what happened in their life, they were always fixed in Krishna consciousness, no matter what happened. And so, these Mahajans, they are great people. Like Krishna says in Gita also, Yad Acharati Shrishta, right? So they have been included as Mahajan because they took on themselves knowing that they can influence the society. So that's why sometimes we see there are some contradictions or some very strong stories when we see the lives of these great Mahajans, because they always made sure that they followed the path of Dharma, right? So for ordinary souls like me, it may seem like they could have done better, or this was not right, they should have done like that. That is our consciousness, right? But they are coming from the background of Dharma, what Krishna wanted to do. So, and when we follow their path, Yad Acharati Shrestha, right? Then our devotional life is secured. Otherwise, we might deviate in our devotional life, right? So, as followers of Srila Prabhupada, it is in our best, and Srila Prabhupada gave us all that instructions, right? In the form of his books, his classes, his instructions. We should leave very good impression on the society as followers of Srila Prabhupada. So we all should realize our responsibility also. If we are following a great person, that the world will see us in that parampara, right? So we cannot just act whimsically in the society. We should all realize whatever we are doing in the outside world also, that we have a great responsibility. Whom are we representing, right? So we should always remember that. Who is our father, right? So there is a very interesting thing that happened in Mahabharata. After the war, so war was over in how many days? 18 days, right? And it is said that Bhishma Pitama, he was on that bed of arrows for, any guesses, how many days? At least 56 days. There are some says 58, some say 56. So think about it, he, 9th day, Arjuna defeated him, right? right, by mercy of Krishna. And then after that 56 days he was on the bed of arrows. So much painful condition, right? Why? He wanted to wait for very special astrological situation which is called as Uttarayana, right? But that was the external reason. Great devotees will not worry about astrological or astronomical situations. Though that is the external reason, the internal reason was because Krishna wanted to glorify him. Krishna's way of glorification are very, very special. One may question how he can put his devotees in great pain, but we'll go into that if time permits. But the point is that the internal reason was, Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says, Uttarayan. He was waiting for that person, that supreme person to show up, who appears in the womb of Uttara. Right? So that is the internal meaning of Uttarayan. So he was waiting for Shri Krishna to appear in his consciousness or appear physically in front of him, and that happened, right? So that is the internal meaning. So again, he was in the middle of so much politics, so much conflict, so much management. If we see some people say he lived like 700 or 800 years, some say 400 years. Regardless, it was a long lifespan, right? He saw a lot of fights, a lot of conflicts, the greatest conflict in his family itself, right? So, but in spite of that, he maintained his Krishna consciousness, right? So, sometimes when we talk about politics and our situations, right, we always try to find excuses. And when things are going in our way, everything is good. If things are not going in our way, then we say it's a lot of politics there, right? But he never blamed other situations. He always maintained his Krishna consciousness. And he was a great leader, right? So a lot of even leadership lessons can be learned from Bhismadeva, his instructions. Now, another important point. So when we talk about the lessons from the life of Bhismadeva, just reading about him, hearing about him is also a lesson, and there are so many lessons he gave to Yudhishthira Maharaj. Now, how many days or how much time Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Krishna to Arjuna? About 45 minutes. How many days it took for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to give instructions to Rupa Goswami? About 2 months, right? Or 10 days? 10 days, right? And to Sanatana Goswami, I think 2 months, right? And that very famous conversation between Srila Ramanand Rai and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I think it lasted for 10 nights, right? These instructions by Bhismadeva to Yudhishthira, they constitute the biggest part of Mahabharata actually. So the Mahabharata is divided into 18 cantos, 18 books, and it is divided into cantos which are known by Parva. So it comes in Shanti Parva. And 353 chapters are dedicated just for this conversation. So a lot of instructions. The point I am coming to, I cannot cover in this few minutes. So we'll try whatever I could focus on and whatever I think I can share in this class. But a lot of instructions, because the instructions given by Bhismadeva to Yudhishthira Maharaj was in the circumstances when Yudhishthira Maharaj is going to take up the kingdom of the whole planet. So they include what should be the duty of a king, what should be the duty of king towards his subjects, what should be his Vedic duties, spiritual duties. He also included instructions like what is the dharma of Istri, like female, male, right, in the family life, one ashram, what is one ashram system, how it should be followed, everything he gave. A lot of instructions. Bhagavad Dharma, the topmost Parodharma. So he included all these instructions in his instructions to Shri Yudhishthira Maharaj. Now we see when Yudhishthira Maharaj is now again doubting himself, right? So another lesson from here is whenever we are in doubt, no matter how much we think we are advanced in Krishna consciousness, we should immediately try to rectify our doubt. Immediately, from the proper source. So, I think there is a verse in, I forgot the words, which says that if we have any shanshay, any doubt in the process, we should approach the spiritual authorities to rectify them right away. Otherwise, our devotional service or our devotional life could be compromised. That doubt will eat our consciousness. And when we remove our doubts, it increases and solidifies our faith. Right? So that's why that process is very, very important in our spiritual life. And when our doubts are removed, our faith in the process, it increases. And when faith increases, then enthusiasm comes in our life. Enthusiasm, eagerness, that greediness to get Krishna. And then it's a whole chain. And then we start looking for good association. If those doubts are still there, then we are going in the downward trend. So, let's see what I have in the next slide. So this is a very famous scene when Pandavas are with Bhismadeva. Shri Krishna is there, and see in the history of Vedic culture, there are two great times when both the speakers, great speakers and great audience, they assemble together for these kind of conversation. One was when Parikshit Maharaj heard Bhagavatam from Srila Shukdev Goswami. Great rishis from all over the universe, they were there. Srila Vyasdev, Narad Muni, thousands of rishis were there. Similarly, when this conversation started happening, I think there is some kind of internet available. Everybody just came. Great rishis like Srila Vyasdev was there, Shukdev Goswami was there, Narad Muni was there, Rishi Dhome, Agastya. You can think of any great rishis and they were there on the scene. They knew something was going to happen. Shri Krishna has arranged this pastime. So they all appeared there. So the question is, why Yudhishthira Maharaj or Krishna encouraged Yudhishthira Maharaj to approach Bhismadeva when so many great rishis were there? The idea is Krishna wanted to reveal to the whole world the greatness of Bhismadeva. Also, when we read Bhagavatam, every time we will read Bhagavatam, it will break our preconceived notions that only so and so person can be a great devotee. Even a person like Bhismadeva, who was so much involved in politics, in occupational duties, he is very, very advanced. Otherwise, sometimes we got allured by the externals of, if we have somebody has orange dress, we said maybe he is the only great devotee. Even a grahast could be a great devotee. It's all about consciousness, right? So sometimes we think only, Prabhujis could be advanced, not Matajis. Bhagavatam breaks that notion also. Mother Kunti, Mother Draupadi, Nagpatnis, they come in the Bhagavatam, right? And even the wives of proud Vedic Brahmins, they were more advanced than their husbands, right? Can age be a criteria for advancement? No. Any examples? Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj. So much instructions are mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam from Prahlad Maharaj. So age is also not an obstruction. Could demigods be higher than demons? Think about it. Not necessary. Mritasura. Right? So Bhagavatam will break all these notions we have about who could be advanced. And it is confirmed in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. Any verse? Anyone remember? Kiva Vipra, Kiva Nyasi. Right? Kiva Vipra, Kiva Nyasi, Shudra Ke Nenae, E Krishna Tattva. Oh wait. E Krishna Tattva Vetta, say Guru hai. One who knows the Krishna Tattva, the philosophy, the science of Krishna consciousness, he is the greatest devotee. Not by the externals. So very exalted personalities have come to see Bhismadeva. And we also learn from Bhismadeva, we don't have the time to go through the verses mentioned in this chapter, but we see, although Bhismadeva was in great pain, lying on the bed of arrows, when he saw these great personalities coming, of course he couldn't get up. So we see very strong Vaishnava culture, Vaishnava etiquette. In his mind, closing his eyes, he was doing pranam to everyone. Of course he couldn't get up, right? So no matter what condition we are in, we should always try to maintain Vaishnava etiquette. We should know that it's not that Krishna has come to see me, so I have become great devotee. That's not what he is thinking. He was paying his obeisances in his mind, and he was showing by his eyes, his face, and his hand gestures also. So we have to show our respect for others also, right? So we should maintain those according to time and place. That is also important to know what is the time and place, right? And he was receiving them with very sweet words and hearty expressions mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. So we should always be using sweet words and our hearty expressions, right? Not artificial or not superficial, not a show of Vaishnava etiquette, right? So that is also very important instruction. And Bhishma, when he gave instructions to Yudhishthira Maharaj, he mentioned that king's duty is spiritual, just not to maintain the kingdom or extend his kingdom. He is answerable to God. So leaders of the society, no matter where they are, in whatever field, we all are leaders in some way or the other. Somebody, we can be leading our family, or some group, or maybe a group of friends. In some point or the other, we are always leaders in some capacity, right? So these lessons are for all of us. So we all are answerable to God in whatever activity we do. We should be conscious of our end goal. We should always surround ourselves with good association. Very, very important, right? There might be differences in the ideas. When two people come or more people come together, always there will be differences in ideas, opinions. But the higher goal should be maintained. For the purpose, for the sake of higher goal, people should cooperate. Okay. And it is said, man's character is known by the company he keeps. Right? So, association is very important. And Bhismadeva also instruct Yudhishthira Maharaj, we should facilitate an environment where people can feel protected, comfortable and secure like one feels in her or his father's home. Beautiful instruction, right? We should try to develop an environment where people who are dependent on us in some way or the other, they feel protected and secured. Just like in our father's home, right? So, how father protects us, he is compassionate, but he is strong also, right? Both the ways he will feel us. And regarding the condition, the distress Yudhishthira Maharaj was going through, that he was feeling sorry for the death of so many people in Mahabharata war. He says that you should not feel sorry. As a devotee, as a humble devotee, he was right in his own consciousness. But the important instruction is that everything that is happening in this world, Sri Bhismadeva says, it is all due to inevitable time. And what is that inevitable time? Krishna. Krishna comes in the form of time. And he says there cannot be eternal exploitation. Pandavas had to go through so much since birth, so much sufferings, right? But eventually they were victorious. So he was remembering on the bed of arrows that how much Pandavas had suffering. The Bhima was given the poison in his childhood. Then Kauravas tried to burn them in the Lakshadriya. Then they were given the exile. They were cheated in the gambling game. Their wife was insulted. Right back after, back to back, they were humiliated. But there cannot be eternal humiliation. Shri Shri Sai God Chandra ki jai, Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki jai. So whoever is in this material world, all of us, no matter which planetary system we are in, from Brahmalok to Patalok, we all will have to suffer in some capacity or the other. No much how much pious somebody is, this is the nature of this material world. Hmm? If we think about it, we may question why did Pandavas suffer? Such pious people, they were always protected by Krishna, they always were favored by Krishna also. But still, no matter what, this is the teaching for ordinary souls like us, that no matter what happens in this material world, we'll always have to go through suffering, some kind of suffering. Dukhalaya ashashvatam. That is declared. This is what is the nature of material world, right? So our Acharya says, you cannot remain not wet in the ocean, right? So similarly, if we have chosen to come in this material world, we cannot not have miseries. We have to go through those miseries. Padam padam yad bibdam. So, any calamity that can come in the form of, sometimes calamity may come in the form of losing somebody close to us, family member, or losing our job, business, some distress there, or it can be very painful. These things not easy to talk about, but when we have to go through these experiences, it could be painful, right? But the idea is we should trust that Krishna has a bigger plan. That is the difference between ordinary people and devotees. That ordinary people will get disturbed right away, and devotees will always see the bigger plan. They will be patient. And usually the sufferings in this material world will happen due to our sins. We might have not done, or we think we might have not done any sins in this lifetime, but what we don't remember in the past life, right? What we have done, right? So, and when we talk about devotion, if we are making offenses, we will never get taste in Krishna consciousness, right? Sometimes devotees say, we have been chanting for so many years, that bliss we are not feeling that you are talking about, right? Because they might be chanting, they might be doing the services, but offenses are still there, right? Slowly and slowly, they will go away. Srila Prabhupada used to say, just like the fan, when we stop the fan, running fan, it takes some time for it to stop, right? So when we chant, we do devotional services, right away, those anarthas might not go away. It might take some time, so we should be patient, right? But once we have taken the process, Krishna guarantees us, he will not leave us alone. So, another important lessons that come in one of the verses of this section is, Pandavas, Shri Bhismadeva says, they were always protected by Vipra, Dharma, Achyuta. Vipra means Brahman. So they always maintain the good association of Brahmana or of devotees. Dharma, no matter what happened to them, no matter how much calamities they have to go through, how much justice they have to go through, they maintain the path of Dharma. They never left their Dharma, right? They never left Achyuta, Krishna. They never questioned. Never in Mahabharata we will see that any of the Pandavas or Mother Kunti or Mother Draupadi questioned Krishna, that why we are suffering, why we are going through this suffering, right? Never they questioned. So they always trusted Krishna, that he had a bigger plan for us. Even in the case of Vidura Maharaj, that is also an example how he maintained all the three things: Vipra, Dharma, Achyuta, good association, Dharma, religious principles, and Achyuta Ashraya. Even when he was humiliated by Duryodhan and he was expelled from Hastinapur, he maintained his association with devotees. He went for the visit to Tirth Yatras, holy places, and he always maintained his Krishna consciousness. So, very nice lesson from Srimad Bhagavatam. So, I think we can go for 5 more minutes and then we can take questions Boga has just offered. Now, one of the important things that comes in this chapter is, we talked about Shanti, Prabhu. So this is also very nice verse, we can quickly read. And this is a special tune, so we all can try. It is what Shri Bhishma Dev is thinking right before he left this world. Shri Bhishma Uvacha. So I will try to read this in the tune and then, or anyone knows the tune already of this verse? Okay. Iti matir upakalpita vitrishna bhagavati satvata pungave vibhumni swasukham upagate kvachita viharatum prakartimupeyushu yad bhava prabhaha. Want to recite together? It's a different tune. I took a while for me to also get used to it. But beautiful tune. Normal tune will not work. So you all want to recite together? Try? Okay. Shri Bhishma Uvacha. Now together. Iti matir upakalpita vitrishna bhagavati satvata pungave vibhumi swasukham upagate kvachita viharatum prakartimupeyushu yad bhava prabhaha. Thank you very much. Beautiful translation. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Bhishma Dev said, let me now invest, each word is so beautiful. Let me now invest my thinking, feeling and willing. Chosen words, thinking, feeling, willing, which were so long engaged in different subjects and occupational duties in the all-around, all-powerful Lord Shri Krishna. He is always self-satisfied, but sometimes, being the leader of the devotees, he enjoys transcendental pleasure by descending to the material world, although from him only the material world is created. So he is now focusing on, engaging his thinking, his thoughts, his feeling, whole his consciousness, and willing. So everything he had at that time, right, in thinking about Krishna. So this is a great lesson. And that cannot happen just in the end time. It's a lifelong practice, right? When we always keep Krishna consciousness above everything else. When we practice that and are able to do it, only then we can attain this kind of consciousness. So here, very important lesson, right? So let's see. In the purport, there are a few very nice points. So one of the things that is mentioned in this section is that this plan, whatever Lord does, he always protects his devotees. Although we see Bhishma Dev was on the losing side of the war, but ultimately such a great winner, right? That Shri Krishna himself came to give him his last darshan. And he arranged so much glorification for Bhishma Dev that so many great rishis from all over the universe, from Brahmalok, Devalok, Swargalok, all over the places they were assembled to hear the instructions from Bhishma Dev. So, Name Bhakta Pranashyanti, that's a guarantee Krishna gives. So we should have a firm faith in Krishna. No matter what happens, Krishna will never leave us alone, will never let us or anyone destroy our consciousness. And he can even break such a beneficial to devotees that he can even broke his promise for devotees. In this Mahabharata war, Krishna had to break his promise. What was the promise he had? That he will never take up any weapon. But transcendental pastime happened between Bhishma Dev and Arjuna, and Krishna had to pick up that wheel. I think I had a picture, it's a beautiful picture. Yeah, this one. Right? Beautiful description of this pastime is given. So Krishna took upon himself to protect Arjuna. And then Bhismadeva, of course, surrenders. He knew that he only wanted to break Krishna's promise. So many times it comes, many instances they are mentioned in this context where Krishna protected his devotees. One of the very nice pastime comes when Karna, he was going to use a very special weapon, arrow, to kill Arjuna. And it was such a potent arrow that could not go fail. If it is released, it will have to kill the person it is released on. So he took that aim at Arjuna, and knowing that, Krishna became very anxious. Krishna becomes very personal to his devotees. So he was, of course, we all know he was chariot driver of Arjuna's Rath. So what he did, as soon as he saw the arrow is getting released, he stood up and he pushed the chariot by his feet. He gave a big stroke and the chariot went down for maybe a feet or so. So that arrow could take away only Arjuna's helmet, right? So that was a big, it's a defeat for Arjuna, but he saved him, right? Another instance come, there was a warrior on the side of Kaurava with the name Bhuri Sarva. He had a very special club, the Gada, that was blessed by Lord Shiva, that it cannot go fail. So he was going to throw that mace on Arjuna, but what happened? That Krishna did a trick, and that the Gada came back to that warrior. So the point is that he is always protecting in some way or the other. So how much time we have, Mataji? 6:20. 10 more minutes. Okay. So what we will do, we will just recap quickly the lessons from this the last days of Bhismadeva, that we should always destroy our doubts. That's where the Yudhishthira Maharaj started, right? And we should, because whenever doubts are destroyed, we get the enthusiasm, our faith gets formed, and then we get the enthusiasm and eagerness in the devotional service. Otherwise, our consciousness will not be positive. We should practice Vaishnava etiquettes very sincerely. We should not think that, this is my circumstances, or I cannot do, but we should find out a way to somehow glorify and the devotees. And we should always leave good impression on others as followers of Srila Prabhupada. Very important. And it should be a genuine, not artificial. Everybody is intelligent, they find out, right? And we should always aspire for good quality association. See, the association, the most important aspect of association is absorption. We might be in association, but unless we are not absorbing the positiveness of that association, the divinity of that association, it is of no use. So we should get absorbed. That's why devotees are always reminded whenever we are in a class or kirtan, we should be fully engaged with our consciousness. When we are chanting, should not be manual. We should try to focus as much as we can, right? And just like the example given about association is just like a sponge. When we soak it in the water, right? It's completely soaked up, right? So that should be our consciousness. We should be completely soaked, not like a stone in the water. You take the stone out, all the water fills, okay. No absorption of water, right? If the heart, what is the check? If our heart is not transforming, then our association is not happening, right? Okay, very important point that I forgot to cover before. What is the test of our Krishna consciousness? Our Acharya says the test of Krishna consciousness is what we are doing. What Bhismadeva says, I am investing my thinking, what else? Willing and into Shri Krishna. So what are we thinking, willing, and doing, and whatever, right? When we are alone. That is a test of our Krishna consciousness. Number one. Two situations our acharyas gave. What are we thinking, willing, doing when we are alone and when we are in pain? Little pain happens, we forget everything, right? Right? We all can have gone through that experience. The only thing we worry about is that pain, right? So that is the real test of our advancement. So whenever we have little misconception about us, we can think about it. When I am alone, am I still Krishna conscious? When I am in pain or negative circumstances, am I still Krishna conscious, right? Or to what degree I am Krishna conscious, right? So we should not get distressed. We should evaluate ourselves and then think, oh, I have to go much higher, right? I have to do a lot. So very nice lesson from this pastime. Another great lesson, our ashram, whatever ashram we are in, could be sannyasi, brahmachari, grasta, whatever, right? Vanprastha, it doesn't determine our advancement of Krishna consciousness. Bhismadeva, he was a politician, a statesman, but Krishna chose to give instructions to the whole world through him, right? So many great rishis, sannyasis were there in that assembly. The gender, male or female, doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter. Externals are not important, right, in this matter. So we should never doubt if somebody is in whatever ashram that he might be a lower devotee than somebody else, right? We should not distinguish, right? We should respect all. We should become, this is a very nice lesson that I read in this is a beautiful book written by His Holiness Bhakti Tirth Maharaj on this topic, instructions by Srila Bhismadeva. And he mentions that become a good servant leader to serve the Lord and his devotees. Very nice book. When we are faced with challenges and problems, like Bhismadeva, Pandavas, they went through, instead of becoming bitter because of those challenges, those pains, we should come out and become better. How can that happen? When we think the problem is too big for us to handle, we become bitter, we become distressed. But when we think about it, oh, problem could be big, but maybe it's the plan of Krishna. He's teaching me something. He's giving me some direction. Maybe something else might be a better way for me. It becomes better for us. So journey from bitter to better. That's what Bhismadeva shows us. Surrender and accept to the plan of inevitable time, which comes in the form of Krishna. We should do our best, but surrender eventually. We should trust the plan of Krishna. And Krishna never leaves his devotees. Again and again through his pastimes, he is showing us. He never leaves devotees. There is no reason for us to not trust him. Again and again he has shown that. By the way, these scriptures, Mahabharata, Ramayana, and these pastimes mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, they are not myth. They happened. And even if we see the world of science, so much discovery has already been made, which proves a lot of incidents happened. We are still finding the evidences. There are a lot of documentaries available. So we should be very careful when somebody asks our kids. If somebody mentions that, oh, Ramayana, Mahabharata are myth, our kids should be very firm, fixed. No, they are history, our true history. They are not myth. At least we should inculcate in our kids. If somebody puts the poison that these are mythologies, they will never trust this happened, right? So we should be, when they will hear and read and learn from the bona fide sources, the trust, the faith will increase also. It's a very important point. And the most important point Sri Bhismadeva shows us how to leave this world. It's a preparation for the whole lifetime. So we should very sincerely chant, sincerely hear Krishna Katha, work on the Vaishnava etiquettes, developing those etiquettes. They're part of our devotional life. They are just not social skills. Vaishnava etiquette is a very important part of our devotional life. So let's try to become better from what we were before the Kartik, at least. And we can pray to Srila Prabhupada to give us the direction for pure bhakti that can help us to advance more. Because only a pure devotee can give us pure bhakti. We cannot develop ourselves. Bhakti can be given only by a devotee. And let's never criticize devotees, sincerely chant. So all these instructions, I'm inviting myself also, I'm on the same boat. So we can conclude here. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Shri Bhismadeva ki Jai, Kartik month ki Jai. So if there are any questions, any corrections, or any realizations anyone would like to share, we can spend 5 minutes more. Hare Krishna.
I'll just enunciate my project this. I go. I'm looking at I will fix it. Thank you for such a wonderful class on the passing of Bhismadeva. I think it's one of our, Prabhupada used to always refer to Bhismadeva's grandfather Bhishma. And that always was very sweet to hear. And every year we come to this point of Bhishma Panchaka. And to us, it's the passing of Lord Bhishma, and then we are told it happens the last 5 days of Kartik, and we do extra service. But at the same time, Prabhu, what should our consciousness be? Kartik in itself, when we think of Kartik, we associate it with Damodar. But the last 5 days, it switches the consciousness, personally, from Damodar to Bhishma Panchaka, It's like a whole switch. So what should our consciousness be when we enter into the Bhishma Panchaka, aside from him leaving his body in the bed of arrows, in pain, and Shishini Tagore Chandra ki, Janabhai Subhadra ki jai, and having and leaving his body. But when we think of Lord Bhishma the last 5 days, knowing all this, what should our mentality be? What should our thoughts be? What should our consciousness be?
So we should be aware that this Kartik month is very, very merciful. We get 1,000 times more benefit of anything we are doing, any devotional activity we are doing. At the same time, Bhishma Panchaka represents that we should not take anything cheaply, right? And it reminds us, of course, of whatever we discussed today, and a lot more, about how it's not just a festival for 1 month, right? It's a preparation for the lifetime. That is important lesson for me also, that we become very excited, that's good. Lot of festivities happen in this month. Govardhan Puja, Deepavali, whatnot, and everything. Very beautiful festivals. At the same time, that to continue and to progress in our spiritual life, Bhishma Panchaka give us an opportunity to remind ourselves of the austerities we should do. And austerity means just not doing something. So austerity, the way it is defined, austerity is defined, tapasya is defined as something that hurts you. Not really hurts you in that sense, but that pinches you. For example, when we give some charity for Krishna, right? It is not considered, in Shastra, it is not considered as a dan until this little pain, how much I am giving, right? It is not a seva until it is hurts little, I have to go beyond my limits, right? Because that stretching, whether it's a charity, donation, seva, that purifies us. That's stretching our limits. Bhishma Panchaka is a great reminder for that thing. But again, the austerities we should not pick on by ourselves. They should help us in advancing in Krishna consciousness, right? So they should be something which can help us in growing in Krishna consciousness. So there was a nice story that once a Brahmana, very staunch Brahmana, he was He used to do his three sandhya, three times Gayatri, very, very regularly, dot on time. Hmm? And it happened so that once during daytime, he was sleeping and almost going to miss his uh, midday Gayatri. Kali appears himself and comes and wakes him up. Oh, you're going to miss your Gayatri. He wakes up quickly, washes his hand, mouth, and does the Gayatri. Then he realizes, how come Kali came and woke me up? Kali is supposed to destroy, the religious principles. So he asked that question, why you came and woke me up to follow my religious principles? He says, that is my duty, right? To make you keep thinking you are a very staunch Brahmana. I do everything on, So it should not be something which is just a niyam, right? But that should help in our Krishna consciousness. So devotees usually they take up more rounds of chanting, right? More seva. They also leave few food items to become more austere. But if it is helping you in Krishna consciousness, giving more time in your seva or becoming more Krishna conscious, then everything counts, right? So that is my understanding, to keep it simple. Any point you would like to bring, Mataji, for that?
Actually, as you're speaking, I was thinking about Bhishma's, grandfather Bhishma's life. His life was full of sacrifice.
Yeah.
Nothing he did was for himself. He, every single thing he did was for the benefit of others. And I was just thinking that in the last, like they say, in the whole month of Kartik is like 100 times better. The last 5 days is 1,000 times better. But the last day, which is today, is 1,000,000 times better.
Yeah.
Whatever we do, it's stronger than the past 29 days. So I was just meditating how his life was full of sacrifice. That it looks, when we look back in the 29 days, even giving up our vows, our vrats was sacrifice. That's because Lord Bhishma, Bhismadeva, grandfather Bhishma, actually led that life. And I was just thinking how we can, apply the life of sacrifice in our lives. And what we're giving up is nothing compared to all the other great acharyas that has done nothing, completely nothing. So that was what's coming to my mind as you were speaking. Life of sacrifice. Thank you.
Yeah, even in devotional life, it is, especially in the movement of Srila Prabhupada, it's not about only us, right? That's why it is preaching. Everything we do, it should also help in helping others in their Krishna consciousness. So that's a very important aspect of devotional life. Just not for ourselves, right? So that sacrifice has to be there. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhesha kripa sindhubhe patita nam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo. also trying to think. We'll talk after this.
I have some other questions.
We'll sit together, right?
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Dhira Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Vivalabhakati Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Vivalabhakati Sadma. Mando Isavadana Madi. Mando Isavadana Madi. Krishna Prapti ho ja ji. Krishna Prapti ho ja ji. Guru Muka Padma Vakya Bhakti Jayate, Avidya Vinasayate. Prema Bhakti Jayate, Avidya Vinasayate. Nikita Jaharacharito. Nikita Jaharacharito. Guru Karuna Sindhu Ajapata Naravani. Guru Karuna Ajapata Naravani. Lokana Lokera Jivana. Lokana Lokera Jivana. Prabhu Guru Doya, Deho Moy Bharajaya. Prabhu Guru Doya, Deho Moy Bharajaya. Vega Chuchuki Kumana. Vega Chuchuki Kumana. Vega Prabhupada Matita Pavana. Vega Prabhupada Matita Pavana. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Shri Prabhupada ki. Nitya Vishnu Om Vishnu Pad, Paramhamsa Privajikacharya Asto, Terasata Shri Maharaj Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrind ki. Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki. ISKCON founder Acharya Sri Prabhupada ki. Prem Sikho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Dvaita Kadadha Shivacharya Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyamukund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki. Vrindavan Dham ki. Mathura Dham ki. Navadvip Dham ki. Vaipur Dham ki. Jagannath Puri Dham ki. Jagannath Swami ki. Ganga Mai ki. Jamuna Mai ki. Tulsi Devi ki. Bhakti Devi ki. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki. Transcendental Book Distribution ki. Samaveda Bhaktivinoda ki. Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. Before we start the Nashinga Arti, I would like to make a couple of requests, and that is Haribol, Haribol. This week has been good for some of us, not good for some of us. We've actually had a couple of devotees who've lost their loved ones this week. And the Nashinga Arti, my humble request that we all can pray for the souls. One of the devotees, actually Mukundan Prabhu, he's a long-time well-wisher of our temple, very active congregation member. He loves to do service like anything. He hasn't been because of his family, his parents, but this is one devotee who loves to drive Lord Jagannath from Philadelphia to a Rath Yatra and take it back every single year. His mother passed away on Thanksgiving Day in Pennsylvania, actually in Mechanicsburg. She was about 87 years old, lived a very long life. She was a very loving mother, wonderful grandmother, an exemplary wife, and a fun great-grandmother is what I was told. So she has lived a very long life. We want to pray for the family. Tomorrow is the funeral. If anyone would like details as to where it is and what time, please do come see myself or Ram Babu Prabhu. We have the details for you. And another family who just moved from Philadelphia, I think 2-3 weeks ago, had the Balaji Prabhu, his mother left her body yesterday in Chennai. So there's a lot of death surrounding us. And we just heard the passing of Bhishma Panchaka and Bhismadeva. So what an opportune time that when we hear Bhishma Panchaka, when we get into the knowledge of the passing of Bhishma Panchaka, it's real. When it affects our family, it becomes even more real. So it's very important that we really take this life very seriously. And another thing that I would like to add about Mukunda's mother, I've known that family for many years, is that both his mother and dad were very, very great devotees. They used to actually, his father till today, his dad is completely deaf. He's 94 years old, completely deaf, but every day he reads Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita and Prabhupada's Bhagavatam. Every single day, till today. He never stops reading it. So that shows that how much we have to really step up in our Krishna consciousness. So, and I just was making the announcements, and another devotee's father passed away in Toronto. I know him personally. Many of you may not know him. He's actually from Philadelphia. He moved to Seattle. His dad passed away in Toronto. So a lot of deaths in the past 1-2 weeks. So please, as we chant the Nrsimha Arati, let's chant in a very prayerful mood, in a very solemn and really praying to the Lord to guide these souls for a better life and into the Lord's feet. Hare Krishna.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Hiranyakashipu Vaksha Sila Tankana Kanaye Ito Estinga Paradon Estingo Yato Yato Yami Tato Estingo Bahiye Nestingo Hidaye Nestingo Bahiye Nestingo Hidaye Nestingo Narasimhavadi Sarana Papadi Narasimhavadi Sarana Papadi Avakala Kamala Variraka Adbhuta Singha Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Jaya Jagadisha Jaya Jagadisha Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Jaya Jagadisha Jaya Jagadisha Jaya Nasingade, 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 Jaya Nasingade. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo. Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo. Sringa Bhagavan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki, Gaur Premanande.
I wanted to share is also, it's very auspicious when one leaves the body month of Kartik. You know, sometimes it's definitely sad because we are losing a loved one. But if we look at it on the positive side, it's a blessing to leave in the month of Kartik. It's so powerful. It's, you know, just thinking about it will give anyone chills, as they say, on the spine. It's really, really powerful. So it's actually the souls who have left in the month of Kartik are very abundantly blessed beyond their conception and perceptions. Beautiful. So we should think of it in that way, how fortunate they are to have left in the month of Kartik and have been freed from the body of suffering. Well, we are still suffering in this material world. They have been set free, so that's a blessing. So a few announcements that we want to share before we start Damdarastakam, which will be the last for this year. It's a wonderful time to do the last offering. And there's the last day of Bhishma Panchaka, so it's even more powerful. You know, the whole month of Kartik is 100 times. The last 5 days is 1,000 times. The last day is 1,000,000 times. That's the potency of Kartik, the last day of the month. So those of us who have made vows for the month of Kartik, if at all possible, your dad's calling, if at all possible, continue the vrats. Don't end it. If it's all possible, it's best to continue. It's not like, okay, I've done my 30 days and I'm done, then my job is done, close shop. We continue. That's what will give us the fever of growing in spiritual life. The fever of Krishna consciousness is to keep pushing ourselves to do more and more. So continue the vrats if you can, your vows, depending on what they are, so that will give us more desire to grow in Krishna consciousness. Another announcement we want to make is many of you, as we have announced last week, that we have a devotee within our community who just got recently initiated. His name is, we know him as Saurabh. Now he is Sarvanga Sundara Damodar Das. And he's very happy he got initiated. He's very, very excited. Every day he texts me at least a couple of hours. I have to find time during my workouts to reply to him. But he's really happy. And by his, as a gift for his initiation, he sponsored a new projector for our temple. And that's what we use today, is he wanted, that's his offering and his service to the temple, so he sponsored a new projector and the new stand to Pro, just that little, oh, both. That machine projector thingy, yes. So now the temple owns its own projector. I'm so happy. Right, for 5 years, now we got it done. So thank you so much. And when you see him, he's returning on December 10th. So when you see him, please do congratulate him. He's asking for blessings and prayers. And thank him for giving the temple a new projector. Very, very nice. And he's all the way in India, and he did it. That was very nice. So that's one. This coming Tuesday is the famous Facebook Giving Tuesday. And it's when devotees, anyone, any corporations, whatever they do, they donate, and whatever they donate, it gets doubled based on however they do their math. And every year our temple participates in that, and we have a project each year. But this year, we are focusing on renovating our kitchen. That is the goal. We need a kitchen. I mean, we have a kitchen, but we can always do better with our kitchen. So the expense that we're looking at is about $8,000. So what we want to do to the kitchen is we want to replace the flooring. We want to get a new commercial stove with 2 ovens. That's the goal to do. And like what you see in the restaurants, you know, we need a commercial kitchen. What we have now, it worked up until now, but now it's getting a little too much. We definitely, the cooks know what we're talking about. We definitely need a commercial kitchen. It's getting, a little cumbersome. We also want to fix the sink, the plumbing, shifting it. So we're going to shift the kitchen stove to another wall and the sink to another wall within that space because of how the plumbing works. We are going to work on the ceiling tiles, replace the ceiling tiles, and paint the kitchen. So that is our goal. And I missed something? Oh, ventilation. How can I forget that? Then we'll have a problem. We'll have to call the fire brigade, huh? Okay, and the ventilation, yes. And that's which we don't have in the kitchen right now. So we need to work on all those things. So we humbly request devotees. We will be starting the Facebook Giving Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. So please, from your heart, from the deepest regions of your heart, from the deepest regions of your pockets, please give generously so that we can really renovate this kitchen that we can use to serve Nitai Gaurachandra and all his devotees, because we do need a bigger stove, a bigger kitchen, a bigger space to serve the Lord's devotees. So that is the goal. So please give as much as you can. Spread the word with whoever friends you have who would like to donate. But our focus this year is, for the next year is to focus on the kitchen. We did the altar, now we got the kitchen. We're doing in little sections here. So please do give what you can and the best that you can. Another announcement is December 22nd is Gita Jayanti. It's a very auspicious day. We just heard in the class, that is when Lord Krishna spoke to Arjuna on the battlefield. And we will be reciting the Bhagavad Gita in English. It takes 3 hours straight. We will have it, since it's Friday, we'll have it in the evening program at 6 o'clock, 6 to 9. And we just go, 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 go. It's really, really, really sweet. It's really sweet. So please do join us at 6 o'clock, Gita Jayanti Day, December 22nd. That happens to be also Mokshada Ekadashi. So please do block your calendars, and you will see e-bulletins of that coming out, in the next week or so. And we are planning, haven't worked out the details, we are planning a New Year's Eve program on December 31st. It falls on Sunday program, interestingly. So New Year's Eve falls on Sunday program. So please, we're trying to work out the details. We'll let you know when we get there, trying to give us a couple of weeks, and we'll share the highlights of what is going to be for New Year's Eve. I was talking to one devotee last week. It is better to be here with the devotees chanting all night long than dealing with drunkards on the road and hoping that you'll get back in one piece. Or dealing with weirdos on the road and you think, oh my God, is this the right place to be, or should I be with the devotee, which is the best place to be? How many of you were here in 1999 before the clock strike year 2000, Y2K? Were you born at that time, kid? Okay. How many, during Y2K, okay, yeah, you were here, Debbie, right? 99. Anyone else were here in 1999 before the clock strike 2000? Okay, Y2K was a really big thing in America at that time. And I remember this was when I was in Gitanagari. Were you there? I don't know whether you were there. Oh, that's right, yes. So 99, when we all heard the news that Y2K is gonna crash the world, we're gonna go off the grid, no internet, no this, no that. All of us, on 1999, December 31st, we all came to the temple. And we stayed till 12 o'clock midnight because we said, if the world crashes, at least we have Krishna. And that's when we all crashed, and the temple was filled. 100-something devotees, I think, that night. And none of us really thought of Y2K because we had the devotee association. We had lots of prasadam too. So we were just having a good time, and then it was midnight, right? And there was midnight aarti, and we were jumping. 12:30, we said, the lights didn't go off. Y2K didn't happen. That's the mercy. That is the potency. When we are with devotees, we forget everything. We forget our problems, we forget our mortgage, we forget the car broke down last, we forget everything. So we're going to plan something where we all can come together on New Year's Eve and stick together and chant all night long. So we'll figure out the plans for that. And 2 more announcements. I highly recommend devotees, please join the japa call in the morning. It's a really, really powerful time. Even if you can join for half an hour, 40 minutes, or the whole 1 hour, please do join. It's a very powerful time where the devotees come together and hear Prabhupada's voice and chant along with Prabhupada. It's really, really powerful. So if you're able to join, and it's 7 days a week, and it used to first be managed by Nitya Gopal Prabhu, but by his mercy, 3 devotees got involved in it. So it's now shared among 3 devotees, and they really support each other how to make it happen every morning. And even if you cannot chant, just log on while you're cooking or cleaning or washing and just hear devotees chanting. It's even more powerful. It really helps the mind. So please to join our japa call, and also please to join our Bhagavatam classes. It's really nice that now I see the numbers increasing in our attendance. So it's a beautiful time. So do join these 2 classes. My last announcement is next Sunday we have a guest speaker. which is His Grace Vishnugada Prabhu. He's coming from Philadelphia. He's a very senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada. So please do come to our next Sunday for Peace program, and we will have an esteemed Prabhupada disciple who will be giving the class on Sunday. Without further delay, we'll go straight into Drastakam. And also, we have cooked a Thanksgiving prasadam for everybody. So I hope all of you will like it. Now, go ahead, rock it, Suvrat. It's the last one, so
Namami Shvaram Sachit Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokulye Brajamanam. Namami Shvaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokuye Brajamanam. Bolo Yashoda Biyolukala Param Rishtamatyanto Dhrutatya Gopya. Bolo Yashoda Biyolukala Param Rishtamatyanto Dhrutatya Gopya. Rudanta Muhunetrayogam Rajantam Karam Bhojayogmena Satankanetram. Rudanta Muhunetrayogam Rajantam Karam Bhojayogmena Satankanetram. Muhusvashakam patire kanta kanta Stitagrivam damodaram bhakti badam. Swashakam patire kanta kanta Stitagrivam damodaram. Om Svashakam Pati Tere Kanta Kanta Stita Grevam Damodara Bhakti Badam Oiti Vaksvalila Birananda Kunde Swagosham Nimajanta Makhyapayantam Oiti Vaksvalila Birananda Kunde Swagosham Nimajanta Makhyapayantam O Tade Shitageshu Bhakte Jitatvam Puna Premata Shamshata Vritivande Ye Shitageshu Bhakte Jitatvam Puna Premata Shamshata Vritivande Otade Shitageshu Bhakte Jitadvam Puna Premata Shamshata Vritivande O Varam Deva Moksham Namokshavadeva Nachanya Raneyam Vade Shadapiya O Varam Deva Moksham Namokshavadeva Nachanya Raneyam Vade Shadapiya Idam Deva Purnata Gopala Bala Sadame Manasya Virashtam Kemane Deva Purnata Gopala Bala Sadame Manasya Oidam Deva Purnata Gopala Bala Sadame Manasya Virashtam Kemane Idam te mukham bojam atyanta nile Vitam kuntale snigdha vrakte shagopya Idam te mukham bojam atyanta nile Vidam kuntale snigdha vrakte shagopya Bolo muhushum betam bimba rakta darambe manasya virashtamalam lakshalabe muhushum betam bimba Muhushum betam bimba rakta darame manasya virashtamalam lakshalabe O Namo Deva Damodarananta Vishnu Prasida Prabhu Dukha Jalabdi Magnamo O Namo Deva Damodarananta Vishnu Prasida Prabhu Dukha Jalabdi Magnamo Kripa Drishti Vishtati Dinam Bhatano Ganahesha Mamagyam Edikshidishya Drishti Vishtati Dinam Bhatano Drishti Vishtati Dinam Bhatano Grana Esha Mamagyam Edikshidishya Kuvedat Manjabada Murte Vayadvat Vaya Mochito Bhakti Vajakrito Cha Vedatma Jabada Murte Vayadvat Tvaya Mochito Bhakti Vajakrito Cha Bolo tata prema bhaktim swakamne prayacha Namokshe grahomesti damodareha O tata prema bhaktim swakamne prayacha Namokshe grahomesti damodareha O tata prema bhaktim swakamne prayacha Namokshe grahomesti damodareha Bolo tata prema bhaktin swakamne prayacha Namokshe grahome shri damodareha Oh Namaste Sudamne Suradiptidamne Twadiyodharayata Vishwasyadamne. Namaste Sudamne Suradiptidamne Twadiyodharayata Vishwasyadamne. O Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. 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 Radhikaya. O Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. 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 Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam. O Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Shri Radhe, Jaya Radha. Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Shri Radhe. Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. Gaur Premanandi, Shri Radha Damodar ki, Gaur Premanandi. जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। जय जय श्री राधे Thank you, everyone. Prashadam is served downstairs. Very well. Yo, we should come. Yes. What? We should come. No, I haven't played like Fast 2 in a while. It's been a hot minute.
Do you need scissors, right?
Yeah. Darshan Arati is there.
You guys can take these down. Let me give you a chair. When you're done with them, can you put them on here?
Have you, cutting them, just go up and like,
Yeah, here's the chair. I'm gonna grab it. Are you doing it now? It's okay. But we gotta hurry up. Oh, perfect. It's going fast. Oh, it's going fast? Yeah. So do it yourself. Do you guys want to do it after Prashad? You can. You don't have to do it right now. Yeah, after Prashad is good. You guys want to eat first? Go eat first.